I understand that it's not a popular thing to say, because we've lived in a patriarchy, and still do to a certain degree, whereby the pay gap is the opposite, and women, are paid significantly less for the same role in probably every other industry. This ours being the only one where it doesn't happen like that. You can have an advertising job with a male model and a female model who are there for the same amount of time, take the same amount of photos, and yet the male model gets paid a third of what the female model gets paid. And I think that's just patently wrong in any business, and whichever way around it is. And I don't think that the fashion business should be, as we are shining a light into the dark corners of what's been going on in the fashion business for a long time, this is a corner that's just, for some reason, no one seems to care about, as is pretty often the case with any of these sort of situations when it comes to models' safety and general well-being. It starts with the agents. The agents have to turn around to the client and say, this is not acceptable. And that would stop it like that. There's a great degree of responsibility that has to lie with the support structure around the models themselves. It's a brutal job. It's literally like going to 10 job interviews a day and getting told you're not good enough for this job 10 times a day, every day. And that is soul destroying for anybody, let alone somebody who is, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. It's a business run by people with crazy egos. I just think that there should be a more standard, industry standard way of dealing with the models, because they are ultimately children. I think that we pride ourselves on being really respectful and kind and thoughtful in the way that we interact with the models, but I'm not sure that extends very far. It's a sort of pretty vile cauldron to be in, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. I don't think that there's a better life university than being a model. You learn to do all these meetings, meet powerful, successful, inspirational people, learn how to use your personality, your body to communicate. If you get it right, it's a great career. It sets yourself up. Don't think that AI fashion shows are going to replace actual fashion shows. I think they might be an addition. I think it's moving so fast that it's very difficult for me to say this right now and not look like an idiot in a year's time, because it will be something that we haven't even thought about. I saw a friend of mine showed me an AI model, like moving image of an AI model the other day, and she, for want of a better word, was indistinguishable from a real person. I've never seen anything like that. It blew my mind. So that changed my thinking a little bit. And I think that probably the way that it will most directly impact the modeling world in the near term is a little how the actors and actresses were having to deal with recently, which is in a sort of licensing model. If I was to conjecture as to what it might do, I would say it would be in addition to. It could easily, what we were talking about before, about models who probably should be giving up. It's not really working. It might well accelerate that process. I'm more worried about them taking over the world and blowing me up. Do you know what I mean?